Hospitals smell like bleach and promises. I'd been there 3 nights straight, watching my father breathe like it was a team sport. Machines blinked in Morse code I couldn't read. On the 4th morning, he squeezed my hand, weak but sure. "Go home," he said. "You're starting to look like me." I laughed, lied, stayed 2 more hours. When I finally left, I forgot my phone charger plugged into the wall beside his bed. 2 weeks later, after the funeral, I went back to return his gown and sign forms that made kindness sound procedural. I remembered the charger halfway down the hallway, room 304. A new patient lay there, a woman maybe in her 50s, thin as paper, hair wrapped in a scarf. The charger was still there. I reached for it quietly. She stirred. "Oh, I'm sorry," I said. "I left this here." She smiled faintly. "I've been using it. Hope you don't mind." "Not at all," I said. "Keep it." She blinked, startled. "Really?" "Yeah," I said. "It's from my dad. He wouldn't want it unplugged." She didn't know what that meant, but she nodded like she did. A month later, I received a letter at work. The return address, room 304. Inside was the same charger, neatly coiled with a note. "Your father was kind through you. I'm heading home soon, whatever that means. Thought you might need this back to keep someone else connected." There was no signature, just a tiny doodle of a lightning bolt and a heart. Now, that charger lives in my car. I lend it to anyone who needs one: friends, co-workers, strangers, stranded at the airport. I don't always explain why, but sometimes when someone says, "You sure you don't need it back?" I answer, "It's already done its job." Because it has. It carried power between strangers, literal and otherwise. It turned something as ordinary as a cord into a relay of care. And sometimes, I imagine the hospital halls still smell faintly of bleach in memory, where hands briefly touch and leave more than just prints. I think of the woman, her eyes lighting up as the tiny spark traveled through that cable, and how kindness can be passed along silently. Perhaps someone else will find it one day, carrying it through another night of waiting, another breath of hope. Maybe it will charge a phone, maybe it will charge courage. Every time I hand it over, I feel the echo of my father's quiet insistence on looking after others, even when he couldn't speak. That little cord has become a vessel for warmth, for connection, for small miracles that ripple outward. It reminds me that even the simplest gestures can outlast grief. And when the car is empty, the charger resting in its place, I smile, because I know its work isn't done. Someone, somewhere, is plugged in, and the current keeps moving. Sometimes I imagine a chain of strangers, each one lending it to the next, spreading quiet care across unknown lives. Perhaps it will last for years, maybe decades, quietly linking people together in invisible ways. Each connection carries a little piece of kindness, a little spark of hope, a little echo of my father. Even small connections can outlive us. The current keeps flowing long after the hand that first plugged it in lets go.